Everyone believes that speed is a gift from above. You either have it or you don't. But there was a boy, once clumsy and slow, who taught the world that speed can be forged through pure willpower. The story of Jayden Storm is not just a race against time, it's a race beyond destiny itself. Jayden Storm grew up in a small village where dusty red roads stretched endlessly to the horizon. His childhood was marked by the sound of ocean waves and the salty scent carried by the breeze. Jayden's family wasn't wealthy, but there was always a pure joy shimmering in his eyes. From an early age, Jayden loved to run. He loved the feeling of freedom when his feet skimmed across the soft earth. But his body wasn't perfect. A congenital spinal misalignment often caused him sharp back pain whenever he moved. Every step for Jayden wasn't easy, it was a silent battle against pain. Teachers at the village school often advised him to focus on gentler tasks instead. Even his friends would chuckle when they saw the skinny boy trying to race the fastest kids. "Jayden, you weren't born to run," someone once blurted out. Yet Jayden never stopped believing that if he kept moving forward, a miracle would be waiting for him. On soft, fading afternoons, he would often run alone along the empty village road. Every heavy step felt like it could break him, but Jayden's eyes shone with a dream tightly held. In that place, among cracked mud walls and wind-bent trees, a great athlete was quietly being forged. The lonely runs along the village road were not always just Jayden and the whispering winds. One day, as Jayden was practicing under the harsh sunlight, an older man pulled his car over by the roadside. His name was Coach Ellis, an amateur trainer who often helped local kids practice sports. Coach Ellis's eyes gleamed with curiosity as he watched the skinny little boy running with fierce determination. "Do you love running?" he asked, a gentle smile spreading across his face. Jayden nodded, gasping for air, but his eyes still sparkling with excitement. From that day on, every afternoon, Coach Ellis spent time teaching Jayden the fundamentals. How to breathe, how to place his feet, how to distribute his strength throughout the course. With quiet persistence, Jayden was like a small flame that had finally found someone to shelter and feed its warmth. Under Coach Ellis's guidance, Jayden's strides became steadier, more resilient. His feet no longer stumbled over the dusty ground but began to glide like a confident little stream. Laughter echoed between the mentor and the boy along the village road, simple and pure, like the soft falling of the evening light. In a place few noticed, a flame of passion had quietly been lit, burning brightly in its own way. Under the patient guidance of Coach Ellis, Jayden Storm gradually became a promising athlete in the region. At the age of 15, Jayden was selected for the first time to compete in a national youth sports event. It was the first time he had ever left his small village, stepping into a vast and overwhelming world. Stadiums blazed with bright lights, cheers roared through the air. Everything felt new and made his heart race faster than ever. The night before the competition, Jayden sat alone on a long bench, his hands clenched tightly, his heart filled with anxiety. In that moment, Jayden recalled those lonely afternoons on the village road, and Coach Ellis's words of encouragement. "Run as if no one is watching." The simple sentence echoed quietly in his mind. The next morning, under the glaring sunlight, Jayden stepped onto the track with a heart full of determination. The starting gun fired. Jayden surged forward like a lightning bolt, no hesitation, no fear. Every stride carried the silent weight of countless years of unseen effort. When he crossed the finish line first, outpacing even the most highly ranked competitors, the stadium erupted in thunderous applause. Jayden had truly stepped into the light, not just with his feet, but with the unwavering spirit he had quietly built along the way. The first victory brought Jayden Storm immense joy, but it also opened the door to harsher challenges. During an intense training session in preparation for the next competition, Jayden suddenly felt a sharp pain behind his thigh. The diagnosis was a hamstring injury, a true nightmare for a sprinter. The doctor advised Jayden to rest for at least a year to fully recover. For a boy filled with burning ambition, that advice felt like a heavy sentence. In the days that followed, Jayden wrestled with frustration, with the emptiness of not being able to sprint down the track. There were nights when he sat alone, staring at the deep black sky, wondering if his dream was slowly slipping away. Coach Ellis, as always, didn't say much. He simply sat beside Jayden, silently allowing him to find the answer within his own heart. One morning, as the first rays of sunlight pierced through the window, Jayden stood up, put on his training jacket and stepped outside. Even though he could only walk slowly around the field, he made a decision. If I can't run yet, I'll start by walking strong. Step by step, breath by breath, Jayden embarked on a new journey, not to defeat anyone else but to conquer the doubts within himself. The silent days spent relearning how to walk had forged a new kind of strength in Jayden Storm, the strength of perseverance. As his body healed, Jayden didn't just return to the track, he came back stronger than ever. He competed in bigger competitions, standing alongside the finest athletes in the world at the starting line. Before every race, Jayden didn't seek the gaze of the crowd, nor did he pressure himself with titles. He simply closed his eyes, took a deep breath, and remembered those quiet mornings when he walked alone through the misty dawn. At one critical event, when the starting gun fired, Jayden surged forward as if chasing his very own dream. His strides were light and steady, like a song written with faith and persistence. In a flash, Jayden pulled ahead, leaving behind even the strongest contenders. When he crossed the finish line, he didn't just set a new record. He etched his name into the hearts of those who once doubted that miracles could come from the humblest beginnings. That day, under the blazing lights and thunderous applause, a new legend was born. Jayden Storm, the boy who once learned to walk through doubt, had become a symbol of an undying spirit. Some dreams grow quietly, but when we believe and keep moving forward, they echo across the world. Jayden Storm proved that you don't need a glamorous start, you just need to never give up on yourself. This story is inspired by the true journey of a legendary sprinter. Can you guess who it really is? Leave your guess in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Healing Compass to discover more stories that awaken the strength within you.